This is a story about the Shaikh and the Parrot. There was once a Shaikh who taught fiqh and aqidah. The school children loved the teacher very, very much. So much so that they wanted to buy him some sort of a gift so that he could remember them by, a token of their love, a token of their appreciation. When they got together, they got some money and made sure that they really got something that meant something to the teacher. The teacher loved animals, and his love for animals was so great he kept a couple of animals in the classroom, and they were very friendly and they got along with the students. So the students decided they were going to buy the Shaikh a parrot. Now this parrot was a talking parrot, and when they gifted it to him, he was elated, deeply touched. So the Shaikh placed the parrot in the corner of the room so that the children and himself could enjoy it. Now at that time, he was teaching the children the importance of La ilaha illallah. There is no God but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The parrot quickly picked up on this, and within days and weeks it started to say La ilaha illallah repeatedly. This brought a lot of joy to the students and a lot of joy to the Shaikh. However, weeks went by, and on one occasion the children came into the class and found the Shaikh stood in the middle of the room and he was weeping. There were tears leaving the eyes of the Shaikh. They said to the Shaikh, "Oh teacher, why are you crying?" And then immediately they looked into the corner and saw that, and the cage was no more. It had been removed. The Shaikh explained that a stray cat entered the classroom early in the morning, just before he arrived, and had destroyed the parrot. The children were absolutely flabbergasted. They asked the teacher, "Is this the reason why the tears rolling down your eyes? Are you that upset?" And the teacher said, "No, I am of course upset that a parrot was destroyed, but this is Allah's will. The thing that upsets me the most is that as I entered and I saw the final moments of the parrot, all its life it had been saying La ilaha illallah repeatedly. However, as I entered, it was screaming and it was shouting. It had forgotten the meaning of La ilaha illallah, and the one time it was supposed to utter those words, it didn't." So what lessons can we learn from this story? If we look at the parrot and break this down ever so slightly, we can see that the parrot was giving a lot of lip service throughout its life, but did it actually mean what it was saying? Was it saying those things from the heart? Did it have that true connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? In this one hadith, Sahih al-Bukhari, the Prophet, peace be upon him, was narrated as saying, "Beware, there is a piece of flesh in the body, and if it becomes good, i.e. it is reformed, the whole body becomes good. But if it gets spoilt, the whole body gets spoilt, and that is the heart." So let's look at a couple of examples. When you hear some good news, for instance, do you experience joy in your brain, or do you experience that joy in your heart? There's one thing saying to someone, "Yes, I am joyous," but actually feeling that is another thing. That connection inside your heart would mean more than just empty words. Similarly, if you hear some bad news, do you feel pain in your brains, or do you feel that pain in your heart? Of course, it's the heart. And if you were to send a message to a loved one and you wanted to tell them that you were so fond of them, would you say "you always live in my brain," or would you say "you always live in my heart"? The thoughts that we have, the feelings that we have, and the words that we say that are directly connected and have an impact in our hearts have so much more of a meaning than they would do if you just said them out loud. There are many references in the Quran Park that reference the heart directly. But let me give you this one example. Chapter 63, Surah Munafiqun, verse number 3. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, "That is because they believed. Then they rejected faith. So a seal was set on their hearts, therefore they understand not." True understanding, therefore, comes from within the heart itself. The simple message of this story that I've narrated is to actually train your hearts to believe. Believe what you say. Otherwise, what you say is just lip service. Let me give you this one last example. When you read namaz, for instance, are you just saying the words, or are you reading it truly from your heart? Namaz, in essence, is a conversation between you and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you don't know the words you're reading, for instance, how do you truly know that there is that connection inside the heart? Maybe there is, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows best. But in that example, you could, for instance, slow your namaz down. You could learn the words so that they mean a lot more to you. And there are many, many other examples we can use. But the point I'm trying to make is, when you say something, do we actually mean what we are saying? Learn lessons from the parrot. The parrot decided it was saying what it was saying to please others, but it didn't actually have that connection inside its heart. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to. Until we meet next time, Allah Hafiz.